Welcome to the Division builds. The build setup we will discuss today is the B.L.I.N.D role, which is based on the B.L.I.N.D gear set that was added in update 1.3. It is a tank-like build, but with more focus on the resistance. We will start by giving a description of the class, after which we will recommend the gear set, weapons, skills and talents. The gear set consists of 6 pieces. The body armor, mask, knee pads, backpack, gloves and holster. The gear set mostly determines what kind of role you will play. They have multiple factors that influence the statistics. The gear score, armor rating, damage per second, toughness and skill power, the major attributes, the minor attributes, skill attributes, the gear set bonuses, and the modification slots. The gear sets we recommend are the B.L.I.N.D and the final measure gear sets. 4 pieces should consist of the B.L.I.N.D gear set, which increases the pulse critical hit damage by 20%, the B.L.I.N.D death resistance by 100%, and it applies the B.L.I.N.D talent. This talent creates flashbang at the position that you killed a target. The remaining 2 pieces should consist of the final measure gear set, which increases the exotic damage resilience by 50%. The gear score you want is of course 268. Out of the DPS, toughness and skill power you mainly want to balance it between toughness and DPS and put the rest in skill power. Ideally, your toughness should be around 400 to 500,000, your DPS should be somewhere between 150 and 200,000 and the skill power around 25,000. The major and minor attributes should consist of increased exotic damage resilience, protection from elites, bleed resistance, burn resistance, blind death resistance, and disorient resistance. The skill attributes revolve around the skill we will recommend later on the video. You want to have increased smart cover damage, damage resilience, range and duration, and sticky bomb damage, deployment range, and explosion radius. Finally, the armor, mask, knee pads and backpack gear set pieces contain a total of 4 modification slots. The modifications should consist of increased toughness and firearms, and the bonuses should be similar to the major, minor and skill attributes. Your primary weapon will be the Bullpup Blind System Battle Rifle when it is released in the 1.4 update. It has decent damage, the fastest fire rate at 1000 rounds per minute, and a good stability. The accuracy isn't that great, as is the magazine capacity at 20 rounds, and it fires semi-automatic. It also has a unique weapon talent called Destructed that allows it to deal 100% more damage against blind or deaf targets. As an assault rifle, it also gets the enemy armor damage bonus. Your secondary weapon will be the Marine Super 90 shotgun. It has medium to high damage and a decent rate of fire. As a shotgun, it also has the stagger bonus. The sidearm of choice will be the First Wave X45. Out of the handguns, it has the best damage and rate of fire. The skills are also an important part of the build. The first skill will be the smart cover with the recharger modification. It reinforces the cover, increases the user's damage, decreases the incoming damage, covers the health of allies in cover and decreases their skill cooldown within at least 8 meters. The second skill will be the sticky bomb with the flashbang modification. It fires a flashbang that sticks to most surfaces and explodes with a non-lethal effect that blinds and disrupts all targets within at least 8 meters. The signature skill will be the Survivor Link. It increases the damage resistance by 80% and the movement speed by 30% for a duration of 15 seconds. Finally, the talents are the passive abilities that complete each character build. You can choose up to 4 talents. Fear Tactics triggers a 30% chance to apply shock to all targets within 10 meters when applying shock to any target. Wildfire triggers a 30% chance to apply burn to all targets within 10 meters when applying burn to any target. Chain reaction increases the damage dealt by explosive by 40% when damaging multiple enemies. And finally, on the move reduces incoming damage by 30% for 10 seconds when killing a hostile while moving. When putting all of this together from the gear set to the talents, you should have a tank-like build that has a high effect resistance and is good at affecting the enemies with flashes. Thank you for watching. The sources that we have used are mentioned in the description. We also put the related weapon guides in the description, if you want a more in-depth look at every weapon. If you enjoyed the guide, please consider leaving a rating. Subscribe for more related content. Please support us on social media. If you have any questions, comments or constructive feedback, leave those in the comment section down below.